Hey everyone, how's it going? So as the title of this video suggests, we're going to be talking about Nova and why I disagree with her buff. I don't think she should have been buffed. I understand they're trying to make her viable in competitive play, and I agree she's not really viable at high level play. But to be perfectly honest, here we are. There I go. So the reason she's not viable in competitive play is she's a hero that really emphasizes her opponent's mistakes. Basically, when the opponents screw up, she really succeeds. So this is us just talking, saying, you know, pretty much we want to focus Illidan, and Illidan is our guy for this game that we want to take out, which is fair enough. Like, he's the main source of damage. Zagara and Sylvanas are also going to be a problem, but if Illidan's left to run rampant, he's going to be a huge issue for me, for Li Ming, Valor, so that's a fair point. I agreed with targeting Illidan as our focus, plus Zagara and Sylvanas are a bit trickier to lock down. So straight away, the first thing I'm doing is I'm harassing Sylvanas. This is basically what you want to do in lane, just put a lot of pressure on whoever is in lane, and make it really, really difficult for them to lane, or get a kill if you can. If you have like 3 or 4 mid at the start, just go straight away and try to get a kill. You can definitely do that. So here we go again, more damage, more slows. I don't think I'm going to get the kill here, but look at that. Now she basically has to be, she has no choice. And this means, like, if she comes out, Chen can kill her, and otherwise I can just go and help another lane. So we've effectively, you know, soaked the lane, getting extra XP. Diablo's had to rotate, which is good, but then, you know, that leaves me down here to do my thing. I'm not so effective against Malfurion, but hey, maybe we can catch Illidan out or something. We'll see what we can do. So, to discuss what I wanted to talk about, basically they've buffed Nova very recently. They've buffed quite a few things, but there are 2 main things that really, really stand out to me. So number 1 is pinning shots. They've increased the slow. It used to be 30%, it's now 40%. The other thing is her Q snipe. They've reduced the cooldown by 2 seconds to 6 seconds. This is a big deal. Like, a lot of people might not think like 2 seconds reduced is a big deal. 6 seconds from 8 is huge, especially for a character like Nova, because you're now looking at a situation where you can go Q, auto attack, pinning shot, auto attack, pinning shot, auto attack, Q, auto attack. And for those who like don't know her combo, there's an ability you can get, and you should absolutely get it. It lets you increase your damage after using her ability. That's how you should be comboing with Nova. Most players don't do that. Most players actually have no idea how to play Nova correctly. Because she's been overbuffed, even though a lot of players don't know how to play her correctly, they're still doing well with her. Eventually I will do a video on how to play her, and I'll do that via live commentary. So in this game, the reason why I picked this game to show, it's pre-buff, so this is before the Nova buff actually came into place, and that's going to, you know, you might not think that's a big deal now, but give it about 15 minutes and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I played really, really well in this game. I probably shouldn't say that to spoil it, but I will. So here we're able to grab the Garden Tower. This has been a really, really passive game so far. We've only really picked off 1 kill, which was on Sylvanas. I think Chen got that. No, I got that. Sorry, I must have been looking. But yeah, we were able to pick up an early kill on Sylvanas. Alright, here we go now. Valor's going to get caught out. She's getting thrown around. Yep, she's dead. Oh, I thought that was a decoy. I was able to pick off Illidan there. That was quite nice. So even though we lost Valor, we were able to get something out of the trade. So, yep, looks like I'll be herfing here, which unfortunately leaves Li Ming here, but they can't really do anything. There's no Garden Terror. They can't really push with that composition, so she's pretty safe. We're fine. Kerosene coming down to put pressure on Malfurion. He's not really going to be able to do anything, unfortunately. I think I'm putting my on the way on Chen. This is just telling him he can get a little bit aggressive. He can do a little bit of harass, and I'm going to drop in on her. And there we go. Just typical hit. I don't know what she was doing, why she was standing in the bush. That was a really bad decision. As you can see, I was really holding my snipe there. I wanted to be absolutely dead certain I was going to hit her with it. I could have hit her when she was in the brush, I could have hit her when she was moving, but I wanted to make absolutely sure she wasn't going to be able to juke me. And catching her just off that E was going to be the most likely way. So here, Illidan's gone on me. Notice when he's evading, I am not auto-attacking him. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Do not auto-attack Illidan when he's evading. Just get away from him. basically anytime he auto attacks you, his cooldowns are going to get reduced and he's going to have more abilities and he's going to be able to glue to you better. As soon as he hits that evade, do not auto attack him. It's okay to cast on him, but you need to get away. I think we get caught out here. So we're looking at this here. We have time. We have 2 here. You know, you're thinking we could probably get the steal here. I'm pretty sure we screwed this up, basically. So Malfurion, Illidan, they do know I'm here. My allies are taking a bit too long to get in position. Here we go. Li Ming screwed up the big ball there. She really needed to hit Illidan with that by not hitting him. That was a big problem. I'm trying to get away here, but I keep getting caught out. I believe I missed my snipe, but I'm not certain. And here we get caught out. That sucks. I'm pretty sure our allies do call us out for that, which, you know, that sucks that we did get caught out. At the same time, Valor really should have been here. So should have Terra. They had a lot of time to get here, but it's not the end of the world. We were able to come back. Terra should not have come in here. This was a bad decision. He was just going to get caught out. So I feel that we could have very easily got the steal here because Illidan was basically taking tons of damage. We could have had Valor, you know, rotate in. We could have very easily just bursted Illidan down and killed him. Unfortunately, Li Ming mucked up her ball. I didn't notice that at first. Yeah, so stealing bruises at this time in the game, it can be risky. Karazhan is right there, but it was fine. Like, we had vision in literally all of them. We knew exactly where every single one of them were. The problem was that Valor didn't rotate, but Diablo did. That was the issue. It was also an issue on our part, though, is we had too much faith on Karazhan and Valor to rotate where we shouldn't have rotated. So that was, I believe, my 1 death for this game. So don't get used to that. That's the only death. I'm already on 3 kills, 1 assist. I'm not really showing all of them, but I'm already catching a lot of people out. I have decent damage. Also, quickly want to discuss the idea of effective damage versus ineffective damage. So effective damage is basically damage that leads to a kill. So a good example is, okay, if an opponent has like 1,000 health, I deal 1,000 damage, that's great effective damage, you've now got the kill, right? So if one of my teammates, or let's say I deal 2,000 damage on this 1,000 health guy, but I do it over 10 seconds, and instead he heals for 1,500 health over 10 seconds, he'll survive. Even though I've dealt more damage, it's ineffective damage. I'm effectively not killing him. There's the snipe there. So effective damage is, like I said, basically damage that leads to a kill or goes on the right target. So here we've been able to catch him out. I think I got 2 kills there, just landing those snipes really reliably. We're able to put lots and lots of pressure on and just catch them out. So that's going great. Already you can see I'm 5 kills, 1 assist. Bearing in mind our team is only on 7 kills right now, so that's a huge deal. It's worth noting that a lot of those kills are coming off of teammates' assists. So here I'm putting pressure on the Malfurion. I'm going right for him. Karazhan picks up the kill. That's very nice. So I am doing a bit to assist. I was able to take him off, injure him. Nova is absolutely incredible if you get an isolated target. You very often can kill them as long as they're the right target. You don't want to go one-on-one via Chen because that can backfire on you. But she is really good against a lot of isolated targets. Just remember, not against every character. So be careful about one-on-one in certain characters because it can be a quick way to get yourself killed. So here we go. We can very easily get the Sylvanas and just running to Zagera, hoping for the maul. Unfortunately, Zagera missed the maul. They both got picked off very easily. I was able to rotate pretty quickly. I think I got a kill and assist there. So even though I'm not doing anything special, I'm already getting a ton of kills and a couple of assists. Not a huge amount though. I do have the least assists on the team. I've rotated the Guard and Terror. That's the right thing to do. We take him out quite quickly. They just get some pressure off. Unfortunately, they were able to take 2 T1s already, so that's a huge issue for us, and that's going to become a problem. Illidan's doing the right thing by trying to single me out, but he's getting himself out of position quickly, and our teammates are going to be able to drop in and very easily collect a kill. So he was way, way out of position. He should have just taken the damage he got out. Always thank your allies. You know, try to be a nice guy and things like that, or a nice girl even if you are such. You know, you just want to get along. Even if your teammates are being dicks to you, still try to, you know, get along with them and things like that. And, you know, they might not think that, you know, what they're saying is that bad. So here, I'm pretty sure we're able to pick up Sylvanas pretty easily. There she goes, no problems. Another assist for me, 6 kills, 5 assists, 1 death. Already racking it up. So eventually I'm going to talk about the Nova combo. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video. There we go, another one dead. Just because, you know, I'm not able to actually directly show you the talents and their descriptions. But there's basically they're making a few more Nova kills viable slowly, but at this time there was only one viable Nova build and basically no one was building it, which is a damn shame because it's an incredible build. It's essentially a comboing build. There we go, a little bit of free damage on Diablo as we take the T1. And then, you know, we want to take the escape just so that we can get out quickly without them being able to get on us. They're already looking for the engagement, or Illidan and Sylvanas says Diablo should have been coming up more and looking for the engagement while the vehicle there so we can That's a really good ult from Diablo. I think I was the only one who didn't get caught in that. That was a really, really good apocalypse. Anytime you get a 4 or 5 man apocalypse, that's great if you're a Diablo player. So here I was trying to single out Zagera, but instead I'm going for Diablo just because that was the guy my teammates were targeting and putting damage on. I wanted to go for Zagera on that one. I thought she was the easiest target, but anyway, there I was able with the ult to pick up Malfurion. And there we catch off Illidan. He's being way, way too aggressive there. So basically, they just made a couple of mistakes and we were able to pick them up with some good play. It's really good to pick off Malfurion because he's going to be a problem for me. There goes Sylvanas very quickly. I think I'm on cooldowns. My mana's really low, so I'm just going to back out here. There's not a lot I can do. I'm just going to hurf. Once, especially if you're going with a combo build, once your mana runs down, you can head off. So Karazim here just saying, you know, we can stay in it because he's got the double heal. The thing that he's maybe not considering is that we do have mana constraints, especially myself and Li Ming. I'm not sure if Li Ming went for... Yeah, Li Ming did not go for her mana regen talent. So both of us are probably going to be looking at mana problems, so we're going to have to be for that instead of, you know, health problems necessarily. So, you know, that's something that he didn't factor in. And plus, they have a Malfurion, so they should be able to outlast us on mana. And remember, mana is an important resource. You know, your 3 important resources, health, mana, cooldowns. And cooldowns, or, well, you could say abilities, but they're a resource in themselves. So, Zagera tried to catch me out there. Unfortunately, I juked her very easily. And there we go, very easy kill, no dramas there. We're now up to 11 kills, 6 assists, 1 death. Still at the lowest assist, but tons of kills. Holy hell. 11 kills on an 18 kill team is really, really good. Later on in the game, I do get a lot more assists, I'm pretty sure, and I do rack that up. I do have the highest hero damage too. So I'm not just getting effective damage, I'm also getting really high damage output. So that's awesome. Here we go, we get the slow on Sylvanas. It's only 30% because this is before the buff came into play. So the reason I wanted to use this video particularly is because I didn't want you guys to be like, I'm just complaining about Nova being OP. No, I'm not. I'm a Nova player myself. I play her sometimes. I think she's fun. Well, I am complaining about her being OP because she is right now, I'm feeling. They have said they're going to buff her more, which really worries me because the last buff that came in was a really big buff and she's already started to become like a really common pick now. I'm not sure if she's getting picked in ranked, but she is getting picked a lot in quick match. When I used to play ranked, I never saw her get picked. I picked her once myself and I did win that game, but I know she has a really, really low win percentage in ranked. But I do chalk that up to the fact that a lot of players who play Nova, quite frankly, don't know how. So Karazim, no E, who's he talking to there? Li Ming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did E there, just from memory. We didn't see it here because I didn't have my camera on it, but I'm pretty sure she did E. This Karazim is being really, really, judgmental, we'll say. I think he just needs to chill out a bit. The team is playing well. In fact, yeah, pretty much everyone's playing pretty well. I think Valor's the only one who really needs to pick up her game, and Li Ming could do a little bit better, but everyone else is doing fine, I think. I don't think he needs to be too critical in this game. Alright, there we go. Oh, if I was in better positioning, we could have got Sylvanas there. That was my fault. But then again, I don't want to get caught out by Diablo. So here we go. As Nova, a lot of times going to be in the back. Bang, caught Sylvanas out very quickly. We're going to take Malfurion. There he goes. Diablo did the right thing. He did try to block my ult, but he was just a moment too late. And bang, there goes Illidan. There we go. Easy pick up there. And, you know, that's 4 picked up with very, very, very little problems from us. As you can see, I'm still, you know, got the highest hero damage, and the kills and assists still on the rise. Deaths, again, I'm not going to die again. I only died once. That was the mistake I made down here. But aside from that, like, I didn't die in this game. Nova is, if you know how to play her, a very safe hero. And you can see that amount of damage there. In about 3 seconds, I almost completely took Zagera out. Unfortunately, somebody got a bit too aggressive here, but he had the right ult to get aggressive, and he's going to get out. He's got his one guy out, so, you know, even if they get the other two, he's still going to get away. That's fine. So we can sort of keep an eye on them. We're probably not going to be able to pick anything out. And here we go. I'm rotating bot just to get these quick little seeds. My team should have no problem getting out. They just need to get out Kerosene and not stick around too much. So I gotta back away, make sure this Malfurion isn't gonna stick that W on me too much. That was good to catch out my mount, but yeah, I'm still able to quite easily get away. Zagera's being way too aggressive. She doesn't have any extra movement speed here, so there's no point in her catching me. We match each other in movement speed. She's not going to get close enough unless I go back in, which I'm not. So here we go. We're picking off Malfurion there. There he goes, dead, nice and easy. And, you know, just like that, we're able to pick off 2 enemies. They're just overextending, getting way too confident. And then we can pick up the easy Garden Terror. They can't really contest, it's just way too risky for them. I've got to keep an eye on my mana here because it is running low. So, you know, they're sort of looking for the engagement, but at the same time it will be 4v3, so it's really risky for them to go for it. If I was them, I probably would have just taken the top Garden Terror earlier, since we, you know, have too many down bot to really contest it. But now, you know, they've taken it too late, and we're going to come straight for it, and that's going to get them all caught out, and Zagera and Malfurion will not be able to get here on time. So Chen is already cutting them off. That's the right thing to do. We cut down Sylvanas almost instantly there. You'll notice I'm aiming for the squishies a lot. I have a really good habit of doing that. You generally want to aim for your squishies, aim for your damage dealers straight away, you know, don't want to aim for like Diablo straight away. If you can get Malfurion, great. Basically anyone except for Diablo is who we want to aim for. Illidan, we really want to get him out, or Malfurion would be great, otherwise Zagera or Sylvanas. So this Zagera isn't very good. Basically, the reason I know she's not very good is because she basically doesn't have any creep spores anywhere. That's one of the quickest ways to tell. Creep spore is so powerful. It's one of the best passives in the game. Really quick way to spot out a low-level Zagera is whether or not she's using that passive correctly. So we're doing pretty well here. I'm on 15 kills, 9 assists. Still got the lowest assist, but the highest hero damage, so that's awesome at least. We're getting plenty of damage. So we have the GT. I'm on it. I'm wanting to go for bot. Well, sorry, I actually wanted to go for mid, but basically they were pinging bottom. I think it was Kerosene who was pinging bottom. He wanted the tier 1. I wanted him to go for the tier 2 mid, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to, you know, risk his wrath or sort of go with my teammates, and we can take that tier 1 very easily. So I wanted to sort of take that and then immediately rotate out. Unfortunately, Chen made the mistake of engaging. That was a huge mistake because you could see very clearly I was hitting the sprint, I was getting out. As GT, you want to rotate lanes a lot, and when your teammates have GT and they're rotating lanes, you don't want to force a team fight if your GT is rotating lanes. If he's team fighting with you, by all means go for the team fight because the GT can actually be quite good in a team fight when used correctly, but if he's rotating lanes, then don't go for the team fight. So here we were able to pick off mid very easily. That's awesome that we were able to get that tier 2. Kerosene is right, that was a really bad fight. They needed to be smarter on that. That was more Chen's fault. He was the one who forced that engagement. So here I'm trying to do what I can. I think that was Kerosene pinging to get out. Yeah, there he even said it. You know, don't be stupid, get out. Don't give them another kill. It's pretty easy for me to back out. As you guys can see, they only have 2 there, so it's not too dangerous. I can see on my map that they are going for our bot. So I sort of wanted to go and protect it, but at the same time, Diablo did the right thing and he stuck to me, so I can't really hurt. And with so many teammates dead, there isn't really a lot I can do here. I should have realistically just gone for top and tried to have got it, so that way we can get the top and mid in exchange for our bottom mid. But instead I wanted to be, that's the call Kara made, and that's the call, you know, I went with. I should have just gone for top. That was a mistake, but I was able to get out safely and not die. So that's cool, but it does put us at a disadvantage when we shouldn't have been. That was just a series of bad mistakes on our part. So here, you know, we're going to get the damage on Illidan. We're watching for that evade. There he goes. He's used the evade, but we're still able to catch him. Now we're going for the Sylvanas. Kara should be able to put a little bit of extra damage on her, and that way we can catch her out. Because I've gotten level 20, I have got the upgrade to the ult. That means that if I kill them with my ult like it did there, my ult is instantly off of cooldown and reusable again. So I can once again reuse my ult, and we're looking for the Diablo kill here, but he's doing the right thing, he's backing out. He's been pretty smart with his positioning of late and not getting caught out, so that's awesome. But basically, if we look again at the stats, 16 kills, 10 assists, 1 death, still climbing, out-damaging everyone by a mile, with the exception of Li Ming. She's only 7k off of me. But, you know, my damage has been a lot more effective than hers, and I've gotten a lot more kills than she has, and not that few less assists. So here they wanted to go core. I sort of wanted to go core, but then I sort of didn't want to either. I really wanted to get another tier 2 first, especially with so many of them coming back up. I apologize for that. But that's fine. So the reason why I disagree with particularly the snipe buff is reducing the cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds is it's way too short, and you can actually kind of double snipe now if you combo correctly and your opponent stays in the fight too much, and that's just way too much of a problem and deals way too much damage. Here we can see Zagari getting caught out, bang, she's dead. Li Ming getting tossed around, she's hopefully gonna get out there. That's really fortunate for Li Ming. By all rights, she probably should have died there, but she had the time and the shield. And I think Sylvanas was, you know, not contributing as much damage as she should have been. I disagree with this. I think she absolutely should have been running from Karazine. Bear in mind, Karazine, if his Q's off cooldown, he can just Q to her and then heal her. But if she ran to him, what would have happened if Sylvanas would have throwing a bunch of damage on her? She also would have risked Diablo's damage and his CC, and she could have died outright there. So I think she was right to run from his heals, because if she went for his heals, you know, she would have got out of position. Again, I think this Karazine, he's playing alright. Like, he's not playing too badly. He's playing alright. He is supporting pretty well, and I'll give him full credit for that. But I think he's being too judgmental of his teammates, and his teammates are making some calls that I think are the right calls, but he thinks are the wrong ones. That, you know, you can see here I'm trying to Hearths because I'm out of mana. I can't do anything here. I've basically used my pinning shot for Terra, and I've gotten out. Now, he disagreed with this, so I should stress that my mana was super low. I had about 20-30 mana. Maybe I could hit him with a snipe, and that was it. But as you can see, like, Illidan still had about 3/4 of his health, and he has evade. I can't do anything. He is true, I can auto attack, but, you know, again, Illidan has evade. That's just gonna, you know, negate the auto attack. We had a disagreement on him. I sort of had a mistype there. I meant to say, you know, I was I slowed him. That's all I could do, and I tried to get out. And he could see back here I was trying to be. Like, he could see that I wasn't down for a fight and things like that. He made the wrong decision by fighting. But, you know, I got out, and that's fine. Unfortunately, we shouldn't have lost Karazine there. And if he didn't Q into Illidan, which he had no reason to, because Illidan jumped on him, he could have just Q'd to me and gotten out. He made a mistake there. Again, that's another misplay by Karazine. I don't think that was my fault. Don't let more than one player get pulled by enemies' terror. Get polyed by enemies' terror. Yeah, fair enough. So here we go. Chen's really getting into it with the GT. So here we can see 18 kills, 12 assists, 1 death, doing pretty well. Chen and the GT are really going for the core. Not a bad decision. So there we go. We catch out Illidan. That's awesome. Diablo and Malfurion are one of the worst counter pushes they could have. They really need Li Ming back, or Terra, or Nova, or anyone. Sorry, yeah, sorry, what am I saying? They really needed Illidan or Sylvanas back. Sorry, what am I bloody saying? So here we're protecting really well, we're catching them out, killing them, taking out the Garden Terra, and here we go, our Garden Terra is able to do great, and that's the end of it, GG. So Chen and our GT played absolutely great there. I'm probably going to quit the replay before the music cuts off. So I think we did alright there. I disagree with some of Kara's calls. I'm just going to talk a little bit more. So I disagree with the Nova buff. Sorry, I talked about Karazine too much and not enough about what this video is actually supposed to be about. So as you can see, that game, I think I went about I think it was about 18 or so kills or 16 kills with only 1 death, and I didn't really do anything that special, as you saw there. I wasn't overextending or getting caught out of making too many mistakes, which certainly helps, but at the same time, I wasn't being incredible or anything like that. I was playing a decent game and not much more than that, and I still went near 18-1. I did have a team that was helping me out a fair bit. It's gone black screen on me, that sucks, but I'll just keep talking. You know, so that, maybe I'll throw some background music on or something if I can. So that sucks that, you know, I was a bit reliant on my teammates there, and the enemy team wasn't playing as well as they could have been. But that's just an example of how dominant Nova can be pre-buff. Again, this is pre-buff. This is before the buff. Again, it would be very easy for me guys to just complain about her being OP, but I am a Nova player, and I wanted to show you guys before the buff. And now she's even more powerful, and I do even better with her. This isn't my typical game. Typically, I don't do that amazingly, but that's about what I'm looking at with Nova, maybe a bit less than that, but I'm normally pretty dominant with Nova. Again, most players aren't that good Nova players right now. A lot of people play her, but a lot of people don't play her well. Whereas, you know, when she's played well, she's super dominant pretty much every game. At higher level, not so much. But, you know, in pub, when it comes to pub stomping, she's an absolute beast. And that's something that they need to bear in mind. They want her to be a competitive character, but making her a competitive character makes her a ridiculous pub stomper because of the way she's designed. And I think they need to just keep her as a pub stomping character and just be okay with her not being used in the competitive scene. If they do want her to be used in the competitive scene, what I would do is make a hero that synergizes really well for her. Like the way that Rhaegar synergizes with Illidan. Do something like that for Nova. You know, just have someone that really makes her viable and makes her worthwhile. Otherwise, you know, she's just not up to the task as she is right now. In competitive play. But when it comes to pub stomping, she's a beast, and that's a huge problem that Nova's having right now. Pub stomping, she's super powerful. Even I'm seeing horrible players just destroy with Nova. But at the same time, when you get a good player with Nova, that happens like every game right now. So I do disagree with the buff. I do think she needed a buff in terms of the competitive scene, but I don't think she should have been buffed, because unless they do something, add a hero to, you know, not make her super OP, the problem is, again, she's just going to become a pub stomper. Anyway, I'm reiterating on the same points I've already made, so I'll end here. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.